Hey, welcome to Tree Yogi Yoga. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. Today I want to work with the breath and also to stretch out on all levels. So it'll be a fairly grounded session, but we're going to stretch the whole body, every single inch of your booty. So grab yourself a cushion or a block or something to sit on, just so that you're comfortable while we begin with pranayama for today's practice. And grab straps or props, anything that you use for your stretching. Grab that now. Make sure you have everything you need. Set the scene. Light a candle if you want to. And we're going to begin with Nadi-Shodhana, so breath purification. And purification of our channels. It's a very cleansing breath. So when you're ready, sitting comfortably with a long spine, and then soften your shoulders down your back, away from your ears, and ground down through your seat. So just for a moment, wherever you are, feel a connection to the floor beneath you, representing the earth, this very stable, secure, grounding foundation from which to blossom. And just tune in with that space for a moment. Tune in with the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor, with your mat. And harness this idea of rooting and creating a foundation for your practice. Bringing your awareness into this space, you, your body, on your yoga mat, in this moment, in the now. Grounding and landing into this space that you've created for yourself in your day. And just take a moment of gratitude for the fact that you're here. And giving yourself this time to ground, to nurture, to move, to stretch, to breathe, to be present. And now with your left hand on your knee, and you're welcome to take Guyan Mudra or Chin Mudra with the index finger and thumb touching and the middle finger, ring finger and little finger outstretched. And then bring your right hand to in front of your face with the index finger and middle finger placed in the space between your eyebrows. Okay, so we'll all take a breath in together through both nostrils and exhale to release. And then I'd like you to close your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through your left nostril. At the top of your inhale, close the left nostril with your ring finger and exhale through the right nostril. At the base of the exhale, inhale fully right nostril, so same nostril. At the top of the inhale, close the right nostril with your thumb, exhale left nostril. Inhale left nostril. At the top of your inhale, close the left nostril with your ring finger. Exhale right nostril. Inhale right nostril. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale left nostril. Continue in this way. If you'd like to bring some kumbhaka into your pranayama, then at the top of the inhale you can pause and hold the breath for a second or two and then exhale. And at the base of your exhale, similarly, you can take a pause before you inhale. So that's up to you whether that's in your practice or not, or if you'd like to invite it in. Continuing in this way. Maybe focus your attention in the space between your eyebrows. and your index finger and thumb of your left hand. These 2 points of connection. Next time you exhale through your left nostril, you can release your hand back to your knees and just take a few breaths there. And the intention here is to feel into the effects of your pranayama practice. Notice if there are any differences. Maybe there aren't, maybe there are. Just a practice of observing and feeling into what's here in the now and what isn't here in the now. And without any judgment or labels or attachment of meaning, just witnessing. Nice. Bring your hands so palms down on your knees, and with an inhale lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades towards each other behind you, and exhale round the spine, chin to chest, belly button draws back towards the wall behind you. Inhale to open the chest, broaden the collarbones, exhale round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. So linking movement with breath. After your next exhale, find your way back through a neutral spine and extend your right leg along the mat, toes point up, left heel can stay by your perineum. Sweep your right arm along your leg, it doesn't matter how far your hand comes along your leg, and lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. This might be enough if you feel a nice stretch into your left side and maybe also into your adductors in the legs, then leave it here. If you'd like to go a little deeper, then draw that left arm towards your left foot, keeping and maintaining length in your underside and the right side. And think of wrapping your left shoulder open towards the sky, so lifting and opening, and the fingertips, the little finger towards the floor. Soften your jaw, soften your neck. And then float back up through center. Turn to face your extended leg. Frame the leg with the hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold over that leg. You might want to walk your hands a little further forwards or keep them where they are. Emphasis here on lengthening the spine and then folding. And slowly find your way back up. Take your left hand behind your left hip, press into the hand, the knee and the foot, and open the body. Lift your pelvis up into gate. So we're stretching now through the obliques, through the waist, through the whole of the front body, the side body. And peel back down. Bring your right heel and sole to meet your left, and beat your butterfly wings. Nice long spine. Then bring your elbows to the inside edge of your thighs if that's comfortable, and with a long spine just pulse forwards a little, so it doesn't matter how far you come here. It might be up here, and that might be enough to feel a little opening in the legs and the inner seams of the legs. So just take it easy at this stage. Great, and now we'll take it to the other side. Left leg extends, toes point high. Sweep the left hand down that leg. And again, bring the right arm up, either directly up to the sky, palm open. Feel your body in this shape, holding this shape, inhabiting space. And if you'd like to go deeper, then you can sweep the right arm towards the left hand side, maintaining. Lengthen the spine. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And gently float back up. Bring both hands to frame your left leg. Belly button drawing towards your left pinky toe. Inhale to lengthen your spine and exhale to fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, bring your right arm up and round, plant the hand on the floor and open up into gate, lift the hips, pressing the pelvis forwards, tucking the tailbone under a little. Deep breath. And then float back down. This time extend your right leg out as well. So we'll come into a wide leg straddle. Toes point up to the sky. Doesn't need to be at your widest at this stage in the practice. Inhale, length. And this might be enough, hands on the floor, and just playing with inching forwards and backwards like we did before, finding that gentle rotation through the pelvis, tucking the tailbone under and then forwards, under, forwards. So you can stay here, or if there's space, then coming forwards, moving your hands down in front of you and folding over the legs. If you want to point your toes here, you can point and flex and then point and flex. One more breath here, maybe going a little deeper if there's space. And then slowly peeling back up. Bring your legs in. You can use your hands to help them get there. Out in front of you, so the feet are hip distance apart. If you've got a prop, you can remove it now. Bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing the heels, and just windscreen wiper the legs down. So knees down to the right and then down to the left too. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your glutes getting a little massage at the same time. Nice. Now leave your knees over to the right hand side. Take your left hand and sweep it over to meet your opposite hip, your opposite knee. And then again, inhale to lengthen through the spine and exhale maybe to sink deeper into the twist, through the ribs, through the waist. Only walk your hands round as far as is comfortable for you. So if that means that your left hand is by your right knee and that's a big enough stretch, then that is enough. Then that is perfect. Nice. Gently release. Bring the knees over to the left hand side. Right hand sweeps round. Maybe staying here and breathing to lengthen and twist, or walk your hands further round to go a little deeper. Notice where you feel the stretch here. Can you feel it on your left side? Can you feel it on your right side? In your belly, in your legs, in your hips? Where can you feel it? And gently release, come back through center. And from here, cross your legs and find your way into all fours. Okay, so wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Then we're going to turn the right knee out, 90-degree angle, and extend the left leg. Stretch the left arm up over the left ear. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and draw your belly button in towards your spine a little so that there's no concave in the lumbar spine, so you're nice and firm. Then lift your left leg up, flex the foot, inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stretch, and then bend your left knee. Sweep your hand to meet your foot if it's there for you. If not, don't worry, you can hold this position or drop the foot to the floor. So this time pressing the hand into the foot, and if there's space for you to do so, then you can bring a little arch into the spine, avoiding any kind of compressing or pinching of the lumbar. If that happens, then just release, come out. Awesome, release that leg. Bring both hands down to the floor. Come into all fours. Pulse your body forwards ever so slightly so your shoulders are in front of your wrists, and then lower down to the mat. Come all the way down. Bring your elbows under your shoulders and your forearms outstretched. Roll your shoulders down your back. So let's begin at the base, tops of the feet pressing into the floor. And from this engagement of the top of the feet, draw that energy up into the legs, engage the legs and press your pelvis lightly into your mat. Feel that gentle lift, automatic lift as you do so through the abdomen. Roll your shoulders down your back. Gently draw the floor towards you with your arms to lengthen through the abdomen. Keep the chin slightly tucked. And take a deep breath here. And if you feel there's space today, then you can lift your elbows off the floor to go a little deeper into this stretch. Nice, lower the elbows, peel down, hands under the shoulders, come on up into all fours. And this time turn your left knee out and extend the right. Find your way into this supported side plank stretch. Nice. If you're prone to hyperextension, then keep a little micro bend in that standing elbow and press the hand into the floor so you're pushing up and out of this shoulder joint rather than allowing your ear to sink down into the shoulder. Great. Lift your right foot. Inhale, lengthen the toes away from the fingertips, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Feel the muscles in your belly and your chest extending and contracting as you inhale and exhale. And this time keep the hands and the legs extended, and option to bend that top knee and take your hand to your foot. Press the hand into the foot, open through the shoulder. You might want to lower that right knee down towards the floor a little to accentuate the stretch in that thigh and the quads on the right leg, on the top leg. One more breath. And then release. Both hands and knees to the floor. Come into all fours. And tuck your toes under. We're just going to lift the knees off the mat ever so slightly so they're hovering Wrists are underneath the shoulders, pressing into the hands, nice and engaged through the body. And then push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bring your knees to hover off the mat once more. Just hovering here. We're going to take little circles, so really little circles, like your knees are drawing 2 circles on the floor beneath you, and then make those go in the other direction as well. Come back to stillness, inhale, and exhale, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Well done. So take a few moments to really stretch into your down dog now. So you may want to scoot the hips from side to side, maybe scoot the heels from side to side, bend one knee then the other, like you're walking the dog out. And find your way towards a sense of stillness. Fingers nice and spread, each knuckle pressing into the floor. Externally rotate your upper arms and bend your knees as much as you need to accentuate that length through the spine. That's our focus, is length through the spine. So we're stretching the muscles around the spine and allowing lots of lovely space for the vertebrae to release. With an inhale, raise your right leg up and back. Toes point down to the floor. Then bend your right knee and open the right hip. Pop the knee up to the sky and the toes towards your left wrist. So stretching and opening into that hip flexor. Take one circle with that knee in one direction and then in the other direction. And level your hips back off once more and sweep the right foot through the hands. Drop your back knee, untuck your toe. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Engaged through the right foot and the back knee. Gentle squeeze towards the midline to help elongate your upper body. Bring the hands together and interlace the fingers except your index finger. I'm going to inhale and exhale, lean towards the right hand side, so towards your bent knee side to stretch through the side body. Great, bring the arms back up, release the hands, sweep the left hand forward, right hand back, and then we're going to take a circle so they cross underneath and then back up to center and take that the other way, so right hand forward, left hand back. Sweep them down towards the floor where they cross and come back up. Well done. Bring your hands to your mat. Walk your hands backwards and lengthen your front leg. Doesn't matter if the knee is bent, that's absolutely fine. Just point the toes to the sky, press the heel into the floor, and we're looking for a stretch in the right leg. Keep the pelvis nice and level, so this slotting back of your right hip into its socket. And then walk the hands forwards and drop your left hip to the floor. And walk them backwards, lengthen that leg. And then come through your bent knee, runner's lunge variation. Couple more here. Inhaling and exhaling. Next time you bring your knee to bend, we're going to turn the foot out. So right foot turns out to the side. Left wrist under your shoulder and allow your left hip to sink down to the floor. Right arm can sweep round towards your toes. So looking for a stretch in the hips now. Sweep the right arm back, take it to the inside edge of your right foot and move the foot to the outside edge of the mat, so lizard. Another stretch into the hips here. Easing side to side, maybe little circles, maybe forwards and backwards, anything that feels good for your body here. You can take your right hand and bring it to the right thigh. And if you want to come down onto your elbows in lizard, go ahead. If you're on your elbows, find your way back up to the hands. And we're going to bend the back knee and either stay here or take your hand to your foot to stretch those quads again. This also helps open through the shoulders and the right pec. Release the right foot. Both hands plant on the floor. Lift your back knee and transition to plank. And then drop your knees and lower your body to the floor. This time hands by your shoulders, and inhale, press into the hands, peel up, low cobra or high cobra, again being mindful of your spine. This is your body, your practice. Listen to your body. Keep those shoulders rolled back and down. Peel back down to the floor, tuck your toes, push up and back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. You're welcome to come to child's pose for those breaths if you prefer. Pressing those hips up and back. Heels just tucked ever so slightly out of sight. And with your next inhale, raise your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee and open the left hip up to the sky. Stretch into the hip flexor. And then take a circle with that left hip in one direction and in the other direction. Level your hip back off, toes point down to the floor. And then sweep your left foot through the hands, drop your back knee, untuck your toes, sweep the arms up. Crescent Lunge. And if you feel that you're really kind of dumping into the lumbar spine and flaring out through the ribs, just think of tucking the lower ribs up and in. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, and then take your palms to touch. Index fingers pointing to the sky, the rest of the palms interlaced. Inhale, and exhale, lean towards the left hand side. Deep breath. Draw the arms back through center, release the hands, take your right hand forward, left hand back, circle the arms down and around, and back up to meet, and then take that in the other direction. And then with an exhale, sweep your hands to the floor and walk them backwards, lengthen the left leg. And walk your hands forwards and sink the right hip into the floor. If your knee comes a little further forward of your ankle, that's okay. Just try not to place a lot of pressure into that knee if that happens, but it's okay. Sometimes it's helpful for us to build strength in the joints by putting a little pressure into that area. So moving through these two positions. Next time your knee comes to bent, keep your right hand planted, turn the left foot out, drop the right hip. Come into this nice hip stretch, glute stretch. Sweep the left hand back and bring your hands on the inside edge. You can move your left foot to the outside edge of your mat. And have a little play here in your lizard. You choose. Have the toes at an angle and flex your foot so you can really see the ball and the heel protruding and the toes are spread. You can make circles, pulse backwards and forwards. Use your left hand to press above the knee. And if you want to come down to your elbows, go ahead. Maybe that's not there for you today. Maybe it is some days, and that's okay. Just meeting yourself exactly where you are in this moment, on your mat, in the now, doesn't have to be the same as yesterday or any other time. Just allow your body to be organic. Allow it to be natural and changeable. And coming back to your hands if you're not there already. And then bend your back knee and sweep the left hand round to meet the foot if you can reach, or if not, you can use a strap as well here. Pressing the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand will accentuate the stretch through the quads and the hip flexor. And then release the foot, bring your hand to the floor, tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. And this time step your back foot forwards to come into Malasana, Yogi squat. So palms come together at heart center. Arms on the inside edge of your knees. If you want to sit on a block or anything else here, then go ahead and grab that now. It can really help take the pressure out of the ankle joint and also out of the knee joints. Again, focus on that grounding foundation, strong body, strong core. Bring your hands to the floor, lift your hips to the sky and let your head drop. Heel toe your feet so they're underneath your hips more or less. And then just bring your hands to your opposite elbow and sway here. You can take figure of eights, or maybe gently nod the head, maybe gently shake the head. Give your jaw a good wiggle, and if it feels nice, then take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale to release through the mouth. And do that as many times as feels good. Nice. Now bring your left hand to the floor in front of you. You can also bring it to a block instead if that helps bring the floor closer to you. You're going to bend the left knee, so same arm, same knee, and then sweep the right arm up to the sky. And take the right hand down in front of your face. Replace the left hand with the right. Bend your right knee and sweep the left arm up to the sky. You can gaze up at your fingertips or down at the floor to release the neck, your choice. And then take your left hand down, fold back into Tadasana, your forward fold. And then with a bend in the knees and a straight spine, float up to standing, gather energy, bring your palms to touch. Invitation to bring a gentle back bend here. Again, avoiding compression in the spine, so think of lifting up and back. And then release your hands, bend your elbows, widen your legs. Nice wide spread palms. Great. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale to open the chest and exhale, fold down over your legs. So think of energetically squeezing your feet towards this midline to engage the thighs, and think of your hips and your ribs parting from one another. So find that space. Release your hands down to the floor or towards the floor. Doesn't matter if they don't reach. And again, you can use a block underneath your left hand. Leave your left hand in the center. Raise the right arm up. And then replace the left hand with the right. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Nice, release, fold into that forward fold once more. Engage your thighs, engage your core, rise up. You can bring your hands to your hips if it helps. And then heel toe your feet together. Come into standing Tadasana. Feel into your mountain pose. All four corners of your feet engaged and in contact with your floor, hands open. Spine is long, tailbone lengthening to the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come into your forward fold. Inhale, extend your spine. So think of your crown of your head and your tailbone drawing in opposite directions. Length through the spine. You can have your hands on your legs or on the floor in front of you. Plant your hands and step both feet back into plank position. And then drop your knees so they hover off the mat once more. Just hovering. And then lower the knees to the mat and sit the hips down and back, child's pose. So you can have your knees together here or your knees wide, it's up to you. Just think of really surrendering to the earth. Release control, the need to push or try or do or change. Just invite this real softness now to every muscle. Feel your body melting into itself and then into the support beneath you. With your next inhale, peel up into all fours. Extend your arms long. And then lower your chest to the floor. So just a final stretch through the shoulders. You're welcome to come to your fingertips here. Or if it's too intense on your upper back and your shoulders, then sit the hips back towards child's pose like we were in before. So your choice, how deep you want to take this one. One more breath here. And then slowly gather your body back to child's pose. So draw it in like a telescope. And then slowly peel up to kneeling. Bring your right arm in front of your body. Hook your right arm with your left. Drop your right shoulder away from your ears. And draw the navel just lightly into the spine so you're strong in your core and stable and engaged. Release the arms, open wide, take it to the other side, left arm across the chest, right arm hooks in. And release the arms, give the shoulders a little roll in one direction and then the other. And then soften your eyes, maybe close them if it's comfortable, and just feel your body. The intention here is to experience anything that's going on for you right now. And take a deep breath in and a long breath out through the nose or the mouth, your choice. Another go, inhale, exhale, inhale, Bring your hands to touch at heart center in Anjali Mudra. And this gesture of sharing your heart with the world around you, your inner world with the outer world. And then bow your head to your hands, gratitude to the origins of this practice and the people, practitioners before us in India and the East. And thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you've enjoyed a good stretch and some breath work through your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I look forward to seeing you next time. Please do like and subscribe and tell your friends. And I hope to see you again. Lots of love.